Hey, everybody, welcome to PMS, the Perpetual Motion Squad, a Big Bang Theory fan podcast. And we are your hosts, married couple and Big Bang Theory super fans, Kat.
And Paul,
And welcome to 2026.
yes, we have arrived in 2026.
Okay,
Yes,
yes, can
2025 can go and suck it.
uh, language, mister.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
can we please celebrate the fact that 2025
It's really sad. There's this little
goodbye
thing,
bye.
this party popper just said, blurp, blurp.
Yes, we are glad that 2025 is goodbye bye. It was a bit
Oh,
of a challenging year.
goodbye
So we
bye.
are
Hell
so
yeah.
grateful to welcome everyone to 2026.
I'm
And to
starting the year
help,
without pants on. This is how excited I am. I've just decided to go Peter Pantsless, but I'm Paul. So I go Paul Pantsless, no pants on today.
okay.
This is how we're starting
Okay, well, then you
2026.
should rename yourself as Paul Pantsless.
I should, but I'm sexy Paul.
And to help us welcome the new year and to be the first podcast of the new year, we have Dane joining us as a special co-host.
Hey, Dane.
Hello, how are y'all doing?
Oh, we're doing well. We're ready and raring to go. As always.
So Dane, where are you dialing in from? Where in the world? Where in the world is?
You're
I'm up here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where yesterday it was 80 degrees and today it's 40.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right for winter in the Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds
well,
about right.
bipolar.
Bipolar weather. Yeah, I like that.
well, today over here is 94 right now with a high of 104 coming up. So
That's Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. So Celsius it's 35 with a high of 40 degrees Celsius. So
Yeah, I always say I don't deal well with extremes of temperatures or
or
people.
people. Which is actually really, really telling because of this episode.
Mm.
The
Oh,
extremes of people
oh
with this
God.
episode.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it, but I feel for her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you really do.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So today we're doing season 2, episode 17, The Terminator Decoupling.
Yeah, what do we think about this episode, everybody?
For the most part, it skeeves me out.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not great or anything.
No, I must admit that's what Kat and I was sitting there watching and thought we're like, yeah, it's good, but it's not great. It's not moving the characters along because we know how creepy Howard can be anyway.
Yeah. This just proves it. And it also shows the kind of crap that women have to put up with and how I mean, okay, I was going to get into this later, but how Summer Glau really personifies the way women feel like they have to be nice to people when they're creeping them out. I
Yeah,
mean, she would have been well within her rights to just look at Howard when he came over and said, "You know what? I really have a lot of work to do. I really need you to go away." But she didn't. She was really nice about it and people wonder why women put up with this crap, and it's because we're trained to be that kind of nice.
yeah.
And it really sucks sometimes.
But I also think that what Howard went and did to Raj was really shitty.
Yeah, it was.
But it was you can see it was basically just envy.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, it was really kind of rude of Raj to use his line and pick up on Summer Glau and all
No,
of that.
not at all. All is fair in love and war.
Well, if you're going to say that, then Howard was within his rights.
Okay, Howard is.
If
See
all is
now, see
fair
no,
in
see
love
now
and war.
yeah, you've turned it back on me now.
Uh-huh, yes, I have. Okay, so how about we start the episode and give you time to think about it?
Think about it, young man.
Think about what you were going to say.
Yeah, and that's a male thing. We don't think as normal. All right, okay. So we're going to start off this episode where we are the guys. We're sitting in the boys' apartment, and Howard is about to try and well, he wants to put in a new hard drive into the TiVo.
Hmm.
Now, as we understand with Sheldon, he is reluctant to violate the sacred covenant of the
The
manufacturer
warranty.
and consumer warranty. And as he says, there is that little orange strip of tape. If you remove that, you're going to void the warranty, and this is the only
And
thing.
we will descend into anarchy.
Yeah, and as Howard as Leonard says, well, okay, we need
Well,
to
he's
erase
like, okay,
something.
you have two choices.
Yeah.
We leave it the way it is and we delete something to make more room for new stuff, or you let him put in the hard drive. That's when Sheldon says his line about the sticker and descending into anarchy.
Yeah.
And Leonard looks at him and says, okay, then we'll just erase the first season of Battlestar.
Uh-huh.
And then Sheldon pulls off the sticker and says, okay, we're rebels.
I mean, would you have done that, Dane? Would you have pulled off the warranty sticker on the hard drive?
I don't know. I was back when I watched things all the time, so there's no telling. But Battlestar is one of my favorites.
The
Yeah.
new one or the old one?
Oh, the new one, definitely new one.
I actually haven't seen the new one, believe it or not.
Oh,
I'm an
wow.
I'm the old one.
Yeah, Paul and I are big fans of the original series with Adama and Apollo. Oh, Starbuck.
Starbuck. Are you okay? Do you need a minute?
Kirk Benedict.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I tried to go.
I loved
Go ahead.
Starbuck, but I had a thing for Apollo.
I tried to go back and watch it. I got like two or three episodes in. I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible.
It's definitely badly scripted, overacted, terrible special effects.
But that's
Um,
what made it awesome,
but
is
there
watching
was
that.
still just something beautiful about it.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you want to go
it's
if you want to go down the rabbit hole of wonderful TV, I mean, do you ever remember Chips?
Oh God,
California Highway Patrol. That was awesome. And yeah,
yeah. Don't
okay,
forget
now
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, but Shatner as TJ Hooker.
Yep. And Commander Adama in Bonanza
Yes.
and Michael Landon as Little Joe.
And then I found out that Kat's got the entire series of the Waltons.
Yeah, I have all 9 seasons of The
oh wow.
Waltons on DVD.
Oh my God.
Plus I think I have like the movie, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the Waltons. I've actually been to Walton's Mountain.
Really?
Yeah, I've been to the house where Earl Hamner was raised. It's the gift shop.
Okay, now let's see how old we all are. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Grizzly Adams.
Yep. Watched it all the time.
Damn.
I dream of
In
Jeannie.
fact, what's that?
I dream of Jeannie.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
love.
Where the original Darren disappeared.
Now I wanted to Bewitched.
Oh,
Um
Bewitched. Oh, sorry. I
yeah,
Dream of Jeannie is the other one with
I would like
the
to
other
point
guy.
out that Dan Haggerty, who is the guy who played Grizzly Adams,
Yeah.
grew up in my hometown of origin, and Central Park is named after him now. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm. Where I used to go ice skating as a kid and play baseball, that's named after him now.
Well, if I mean, his co-star with a giant brown bear,
Bear,
so
who is beautiful.
yeah. Wonder whatever happened to him, or were they just used more? They did they just use one bear in that one, or did they
No,
use?
they probably use multiples.
Yeah,
Usually do when they're working with animals.
he was a big boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, he was. But that was a good show. I liked that show.
So anyway, that's the first tangent we've gotten off of.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this short and sweet and shiny. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's always us. So we see that we hear a knock on the door, and Penny comes in with this little pink suitcase
It's
and
like a
says,
Barbie
"It's a Barbie
suitcase.
suitcase, yeah." And she says to Leonard, "Is this okay?" And he goes, "Oh, that's perfect." Of course, Howard comes back with, "If you're taking daffodils to your unicorn, it is." And we find out that the guys are going to be going to see a
Symposium in San
symposium.
Francisco.
Yeah, with by Nobel Prize winning laureate Dr. George Smoot.
Okay, now
Yeah.
before you get into that, I
Okay.
have got to tell you this one. I have been dying to share this one with you.
Okay.
So George Smoot is one of the three Nobel Prize winners that appears over the course of the series.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, he is. Yep.
But George Smoot, wrote to the producers of the show and requested to be featured on the show.
No way.
Yep, he received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2006 and is an admitted fan of the series.
Man.
How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Okay, I love that the ultimate geek and nerd show creates fans out of the heroes of the industries. Does that make sense?
No, it does. Yeah,
I love that. I love that George Smoot wanted to be on the show because it would be cool and it would make sense as he's a Nobel laureate in physics.
man.
And he appears again in the 12th season, in the final season, in the
Oh,
final episodes. When,
I was getting ready to ask if he appeared again. I couldn't remember.
yeah, remember when, okay, spoiler alert, when Sheldon and Amy are sending cookies to the members of the
Nobel
The
Prize
Nobel
committee.
committee.
Committee,
Yeah.
and George Smoot is like oatmeal raisin, eh.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing that you've got someone, a Nobel Prize winning laureate, and wants to be on a TV show.
yeah.
This is why The Big Bang Theory is, as far as I'm concerned, is it's way ahead of everything. It really is.
I mean, I can understand why they chased down people like Bill Gates and oh shoot, who's the one they ran into at the Cheesecake Factory that he wanted him to sign the first Apple computer he had?
Oh,
Bosniak?
yes,
Wozniak, yeah, Steve Wozniak.
that's right.
I can understand why they chased people like that down because it made sense, but
Mm,
to actually have a Nobel laureate say, "I love this show, can I be on it?"
that's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that is
That
really.
that makes me a fan of George Smoot.
I did not realize that he chased them down.
Yeah. Yeah, he wrote to the producers and said, I love this show. I really want to be on it. Can I?" And they had him on twice.
Man.
Yeah,
So
love that.
so we find out that I that's right. And they when they said about George Smoot, Penny goes, "Not the George Smoot."
And Leonard's like, "Have you heard of him?" And she's like, "Of course not." Which I thought was
This is
awesome.
first time. This was first time for me. When I first watched it.
Yeah. But I just love how the guys are like, "Wow, you've heard of him?" And she's like, "Seriously?"
Of course not. And then she goes along with the old, you know, he's got a bit of a funny name, isn't it? Smoot. And we also find out that and they're going to go on a trip, obviously, to go see in San Francisco. And I like it how Penny says, I'm kind of jealous. I wish I was going with you.
I love San Francisco.
Yeah. And Sheldon tells her about what we're going to be doing in San Francisco. And to which Penny just comes back and says,
Oh, I usually just get drunk and ride cable cars.
so why not? Everybody is to their own. I mean, if you took Penny, she'd be really easy to get along with. Just put her on a cable car, get her drunk, and you go and do your own thing, and we'll meet you back in an hour.
Yep.
It's all good. So, of
They
course, this is where she says, well, so, have a good flight. To which
And Leonard's like, "Oh, I wish I
uh,
could."
yeah, to which we find out that they're taking the train. And as Howard says, 7 times longer and it costs twice as much. And she says, well, why are you going on a train?
Well, we took a vote. Raj Howard and I voted for to fly, and Sheldon voted for the train, so therefore we're taking the
Taking the
train.
train.
And Paul brought up a really good point, and I'm curious what you think about this, Dave. Why didn't the three guys just fly and let Sheldon take the train?
Yeah, I wondered that myself. I was like, fine, you take the train, we're flying.
Yeah,
And get there a day early, apparently.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, but while we're talking about the train, I want to talk about the train. So the guys are traveling on the coast, as Sheldon says, on the Amtrak Coast Starlight to San Francisco, which is the correct train for that route. However, there are some issues.
Oh, okay.
The train car shown is not like any train car on the Coast Starlight. They talk about going to the parlor car for drinks. The Coast Starlight parlor car is only available to sleeping car passengers, not everybody else. It was removed for access for everyone else was removed a couple years ago. at least. Additionally, the car the boys ride in is not a passenger seating car on that train, but it looks like one of the coach passenger seating areas on the upper level of the cafe car. Additionally, the Coast Starlight does not have a stop in Pasadena. The guys would have had to drive to Union Station in Los Angeles or the Metrolink station in Van Nuys to board the Coast Starlight. Plus, the Coast Starlight does not go to San Francisco. Passengers going to San Francisco would have to leave the train in either San Jose or Oakland and take commuter trains into San Francisco.
Okay, so it's not a direct route from Pasadena into San Francisco.
Nope.
You see, this is why people come to PMS. They want to know these things.
Yes.
They want to know what's going on. And this is why she is the ninja cat person who knows all. When you want to know things, go to the ninja cat. She'll tell you things. Just remember.
I try.
Of course, when the boys get on the train,
Mm-hmm.
now Howard and Raj go to the left hand. So if you're walking into the train, this is the train. They're going to go to the left. They're going to put their bags on the left hand side. Sheldon immediately says, "No, what are you doing?" On our side, the right hand side, you're going to get a vast array of sights and how wonderful it's going to be and
Of
this and
the
that.
ocean
Yeah,
and
and the
yeah.
hills and the mountains. And on your side, you are going to get 7 hours of Jiffy Lubes and above ground swimming pools and low track housing.
Yeah.
So,
And Raj is like, what's wrong with Jiffy Lube?
yeah. So the boys go to put their bags on the same side as Sheldon is. However, that's wrong
Yeah.
because
Well, I don't know if it's your lead in, but I'm going to give you something else anyway. So as the guys board the train, Sheldon tells them everything they're doing wrong. Leonard says to Sheldon that they've been on this train for 90 seconds and he's already said 1,000 words. In reality,
yeah,
Sheldon only speaks 86 words between boarding the train and Leonard stopping him.
that is still a lot of
It
words.
still feels like
That is
1,000.
so a lot of
Now,
words.
at Sheldon's insistence, Raj, Howard, Leonard, and Sheldon purposefully sit on the Pacific Ocean westward facing side of the train, going north from Pasadena to San Francisco, which is the better view.
Yeah. But of course, as the boys go to put the bags on where the top part is, they're doing it wrong again because they are supposed to put the bags over the wheelbase or is it
Oh,
on?
no, he said, why would you want to put them over the wheelbase? Do you know nothing about the structure of this particular
That's right.
train? And
And
they're and they just kind of look at him like, really? Well,
this,
okay, then tell us where you want us to sit and we'll sit there.
yeah,
And he's like, over there.
it is exhausting. So
Yeah,
this
it
is
really is.
why, as I'm agreeing to Dane, I would have just gone, Sheldon, take the train
Yeah.
because
We'll fly.
we're flying. Because as Leonard says when they sit down on the train before the train even starts, right now in the 21st century, we are now putting our tray tables up in the upright position and getting ready to
To
land.
land in San Francisco. Now I want to pause and take a moment out and ask Dane to introduce us to his little companion there.
Well, he just walked off the bed, but
Oh.
here he's back. Come here, buddy. There he is. This is
Um,
Rigel.
Hi, Rigel.
he is so
What
cute.
kind of dog is Rigel?
He's a miniature dachshund. He's a
Ah,
blue. No, that's the color that they name him is blue.
okay. A
So he
blue
looks
a
kind of
blue mini wiener dog.
yeah, he looks kind of grayish,
Yeah.
but
How old is Rigel?
he is a little over 2 years old as of
Oh,
back
he's
in November.
still just a puppy.
14 years of age. He's
Yeah,
a teenager.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Our
he's
dog,
already old enough to have kids.
Yep.
that's
So him
Jeremiah
and
Court.
Okay, I didn't want to
yeah.
bring the podcast to a screeching halt, but I
Well,
thought Rigel deserved to be introduced since he's co-hosting with us.
you know what?
he's a,
We've got a lot of people that are going to want to be on the podcast throughout this year, and
Mhm.
I'm sure they want to show their animals off. And you need to stop your podcast at all times to show the animals.
Oh, especially when they're that cute. You realize he's like an eighth the size of Oliver.
yeah, Oliver's looked at him and said, "Ooh, that's a snack."
Yeah, pretty much.
He is
Uh,
gorgeous.
yes, he is. Okay, I'm sorry, Paul. Where were you?
Well, I'm on the train
Okay.
where I should actually be putting my tray tables in the upright position
Position.
and getting to land. So this is
Yep.
why I would have said to Sheldon, please take the train.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, okay, I want to ask everybody in here, do you think that Sheldon has got something hanging over the boy's head to 3-1 vote and he still gets his way, or is it just easy just to give him his way?
No, he trumps. He literally trumps them.
He gets the tying vote, remember?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And it basically he does it. But I want it. But I want it. But I want it. Don't accept your vote. I want it
Ugh,
until they finally say, okay, enough. Fine.
that would just be exhaustive
It is exhausting.
in the longest sense. Because to be with somebody that is that exhaustive, I
Yeah.
mean, you waste all your energy just trying to repel their negativity.
Oh, you met my ex-husband?
Yeah, the same way as you met my ex-wife.
No, seriously, my ex was a lot like that sometimes.
Ah, I must admit, I'm actually so glad I don't ask you 75 times a day, are you okay?
Oh, thank God, I would too. It gets
Yeah.
in. Sometimes there are some days where it's still like, "Okay, you've already asked me that
Well,
already."
I still have Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah, you do.
I still think she's Charlie in the tree.
That's not funny.
I know it's not funny, but it's true with my
Yeah.
ex-wife. So the boys are sitting on the train, and all of a sudden, now towards the rear of where they entered, a woman
I
walks onto
thought,
the
no, no,
train.
doesn't he realize he's lost his flash drive before
Not
he?
yet,
Oh,
not
okay.
yet. And we find out that this is Summer Glau from the Terminator, the Sarah
Eric,
Connor Chronicles.
okay.
I actually did anybody actually ever watch this show? Because I never, I did like 2 episodes and I just lost interest.
I wouldn't mind seeing if I could find it though.
No, you can definitely
I
find
think I remember seeing them all, but I want to say it was like 1 or 2 seasons only. It
Yeah.
didn't not very long.
And what was the premise of it? Was it the fact that she was just a Terminator looking after John Connor?
Yeah, back when like right after Terminator 2, I think when he was still a teenager, but they had
Right.
a whole different person, playing the two characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it got to the point. Look, I mean, I love the Terminator movies, but they've gone so far left of center, it's not funny, where they've redone the timeline, and all of a sudden,
It starts to get really confusing.
yeah, all of a sudden, John is killed by the Terminator when they're in Mexico, and then that resets the timeline, and then all of a sudden, Sarah is not the Sarah we know. It's a completely different Sarah, and
Yeah.
they travel forward in time. It's all over the place now.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track.
Okay. Would you like some trivia about Summer Glau?
Why, yes, I would.
This episode, did you know, was originally intended to feature Katie Sackhoff.
Oh, from
Ooh.
Battlestar.
Hmm. Now, Katie Sackhoff would make her first appearance on the show in the Vengeance formulation instead. Remember where she's in the
In
bathtub
the
with
bubble
Howard?
bath.
I read.
I read.
Now, in a future episode, during a flashback, the guys mention, okay, this is when they're signing the roommate agreement when Leonard first moves in.
Yep.
The guys mentioned Firefly as being a show they would sit down and watch together via the roommate agreement because it was going to be on for ages.
Yeah.
And Summer Glau played River Tam on Firefly.
Oh,
Yeah. And well, I think Howard mentioned that when he's talking to her, that either that or the guys when they're sitting at the table mention the whole Firefly thing. Now,
hmm.
earlier in the episode The Lubenfeld Decay, Sheldon poses the following riddle to Leonard. Assuming all the good Terminators were originally evil Terminators created by Skynet, but then reprogrammed by the future John Connor, why would Skynet and artificial computer intelligence bother to create a petite, hot 17-year-old killer robot? And he is referring to Cameron from Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles, who is played by Summer Glau.
Right.
Okay, now Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles went off the air in 2009. Its finale would air on April 10th, 2009, 1 month after this episode, The Terminator Decoupling, came out.
Okay.
Now,
So she was
this
still well
is,
known.
yeah. So I agree with the question on this one. In other episodes, Sheldon is extremely excited to be in the presence of recognizable names from the world of sci-fi, such as Stan Lee, Will Wheaton, and Brent Spiner. However, in this episode, he is almost entirely indifferent to being in close proximity to Summer Glau, the star of one of Sheldon's favorite shows, Firefly. Unlike other male characters, Sheldon is not in the least intimidated by beautiful women, and yet he still barely comments on her presence. So, why do you think that is?
Well, let's open up the floor to Dane. What do you think it would be, Dane?
I think he was more preoccupied with what he left at the house that we're getting ready to talk about, or the apartment.
That's exactly
That's
what
what
I
he
was going to
cared.
go with
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Uh, okay. Am I the only one that questions whether or not it's sexist on Sheldon's part that the women aren't as important or as impressive as the men?
No. Not at all. It's not sexist at all. I
Oh.
think, and Dane's correct, and I was going to say the exact same thing. The reason that he is not overly interested with what's going on right now is because A and B, he can see that Howard and Raj are trying to hit on her. But the biggest question, the biggest thing that he's got on his mind is that he's left something back in the apartment, and he wants to get that back. So Sheldon has become like his world's gone from this to now it's narrow. I've got a thing in my mind that is just getting rid of everything else. I am so focused on this. So as far as I'm concerned with what Dane just said, yeah, he's hyper focused on something.
But I've also seen him in the presence of Carrie Fisher and not making a point of wanting to actually meet her.
Well, he wasn't actually in her presence. He was with James Earl Jones and they just
Yeah, and
rang the doorbell and ran away.
they were hiding at the bottom of the sidewalk behind the bushes.
Yeah, but look at it this way. I mean, he was so excited about being with Darth Vader.
I know, but my point still stands. I think there is some sexism in Sheldon.
So is there any female
But
character of a movie that he's been in close proximity to other than Carrie Fisher and Summer Glau that he's gone gaga over?
that no, there's not that I can think of.
But then again, you look at the way that Sheldon is. Sheldon's not preoccupied with anything sexual when it comes to a woman. I mean, he and Amy only ever do it once a year on her birthday. He's not he that
Until
is
they get married.
well, obviously until they get
But
married,
he
but
even dismisses her work as not real science.
of course he well, which is really interesting because when we get a chance to do young Sheldon, he is very respectful of his mother, but his mother isn't really doing, as far as he's concerned, any real work. She works down
Yeah.
at the church, but
Mhm.
she's not a career woman,
Yeah.
whereas the men in his life, all the scientists and like the guys like James Earl Jones, they're all, you know, in
Yeah.
his
But I still okay, I'm gonna ask the listeners to comment on this one. Do you think Sheldon is misogynistic?
hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can certainly see what the family come up with on that one. It would be
Okay.
nice to find out. So,
Okay. So the guys have noticed Summer Glau, and that's when Sheldon realizes that he's left his thumb drive.
well, no, this is before that. This is where Raj actually compliments Sheldon and says, "This was a brilliant idea. Thank you so much for
No,
this
Howard
idea."
said that.
Oh, sorry, Howard says this. What did I say?
Raj,
Right, sorry, no, it's
Raj,
Howard. Sorry, Howard. And this is where Sheldon, because he says that he's now got 7 hours
11,
with 7 hours.
11, 11 hours on the train.
Was it 11 hours? Oh my God, that's even worse. Um, yes. Oh, that's right, because Leonard looks at his watch and goes, only 10 hours and 56 minutes left of the train ride. But he does say that, he's got 11 hours with Summer Glau, which I don't know what his idea is, whether she's going to just fall into his arms Well, this is
Well,
Howard.
that's also assuming she's getting off the same stop that they are.
Yeah.
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 Which in actual
Now,
fact we find out that was actually wrong. It didn't actually happen that way.
okay, now just okay, little side trivia here for you. I just looked up how long is the train from Pasadena to San Francisco if you were to be able to catch a train from
Yeah.
Pasadena to San Francisco with two changes, it's 9 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay.
And if you were to drive it, it would be 5 hours and 55 minutes. And the starting price is only $82. So it's probably at least half the price of flying.
Okay, so how long would it be to fly? I'm guessing like over just over an
40,
hour?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. I including is that including getting into the airport and getting through everything else?
Yeah. No.
No?
Yep, yeah, it's an hour and a half to fly.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find oh, what is the cost?
See, that's something that I always found interesting. If you've ever seen the movie The Craft, they they lived in San Francisco and flew to LA. Couldn't you just drive that?
Yeah, but it's about 5 hours. I've driven it. And if you take Highway 1, it's amazing because you're driving right along the coastline.
Yeah, so it just seems to me that driving would be a lot more effective than getting on a plane to fly from San Francisco to LA. That would just, it'd almost be like you sit down, then you're putting your
Yeah.
tables
And
up
well, it's
again.
like flying from Adelaide to Melbourne.
No, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is approximately 75 to 250 one way for economy.
Oh, okay. So,
Um, Often you can find deals around 50 to 80, but advanced bookings and off-peak yield the best prices.
uh-huh.
Yep.
So this is where Howard and Raj start to fight over who gets the first shot at Summer. And as Raj says, well, I'm foreign and exotic.
And you're
And
pasty and frail.
no, yeah. And of course, Howard says, yeah, but you can't talk to her without being drunk. So this is where Howard
And as
starts
you know, as they say, pasty and frail never
and it
fails.
fails. And of course, even if he doesn't actually, even if Raj doesn't talk to her, he's just, very exotic and mysterious,
Yeah.
But this is where Howard starts to ponder how he has to approach Summer. Now, as Leonard said,
Now,
I
I could
fully
have
agree.
sworn that Sheldon had figured out that he left his thumb drive by this point.
No,
And
not
he's
right.
sitting there going, and Sheldon or Leonard's like, let's listen to the relaxing sound of the wheels
No,
on the rails.
yeah.
And
But this is
you
what
left your thumb drive. You forgot your thumb
Yeah,
drive.
no,
You
this is
forgot your thumb.
you're very close to it because this is where Sheldon, sorry, Raj says to Sheldon, "Does this one have a cart that I can buy alcohol from?" And this is where he points him to the Starlight Lounge to get alcohol.
Yeah.
And this is where Howard gets up and moves away from them to start trying to work out how he's going to get to meet her.
And keeps losing his nerve.
Yeah, and then this is
Or
where
no, he's just sitting there, and Leonard's like, what are you doing?" And he's like, I'm figuring out my approach. And he's like, well, how about hello?
yeah.
And Howard's like, no, that creeps women out.
And this is where even Howard says to Leonard, well, why don't you go and talk to her? And he looks over and he goes, well,
Well,
I've already got a hot
no,
blonde.
because he starts out saying, well, why not me? Why don't I have a shot?
That's right. Yes.
And that's
Uh,
when Howard's like, well, go ahead. He's like, now I've got a hot blonde I can't score with. I'm good.
yeah. I'm going to leave it. I'll let you have this one. So we see that Howard's moved away from Sheldon and Leonard. And this is where Sheldon goes, oh no. And Leonard goes, what? And he goes, I forgot my flash drive. And he goes, so? And he says, so we need to go back. And he says, well, I'm going to ask you why, but don't say because I've left my flash drive at home. And we find out that Sheldon wanted to have a flash drive of a paper that he'd written that he wanted to give to
Doctor.
Dr. Smoot. And he says, well, okay, well then why don't you just, when you get home, email him the paper? And he goes,
But
yes,
then
but
I can't watch his face light up when he reads it.
and this is where Leonard goes, well, there's nothing we can do about it now, so why don't you just sit down and just listen to the clickety clack of the rail, And of course,
You forgot your flash drive. You forgot your flash drive. You forgot your flash. That is my favorite line of the show.
oh, And you can just see Leonard put his head into his hands, going, "Oh God, why did I agree to this? This is just getting out of control." So now this is where we see that I don't know, I don't understand this, but Howard is still just sitting there, and he's got this pickup line that he figures out that he can do. His
Y-
pickup line is, "It must be hot in here." No, it must be hot. It feels like summer. Must if
Yeah,
is it hot in here? That's right. Is it hot in here? It feels like summer.
yeah,
And he's going through the, and he's working himself up into almost into a sweat lather.
yeah.
And he
And
gets
I, and
up.
I love how he goes past her and she's like, yeah, okay.
Yep, okay.
And then he comes back and he tries to talk to her and he chickens out and he starts talking to the nuns on the other side of the aisle.
So where
So
do you
where are you
girls
girls
go?
heading?
So then we see that he is back sitting down,
Mhm.
still going, "Must be
Oh,
hot in here. It feels like summer. Must be hot in here. Feels like summer." And you see Raj walk past him, listens to what he says, walks over and sits down next to near opposite her and says, "Must be hot in here. It feels like summer or something like that. It feels."
yeah. And she laughed and thought it was charming.
And you just see Howard go, "Oh my God, you stole my pickup line." But oh God, yeah, this is where it's all going completely out of
And I
control.
love how he's like, "Did you see that movie Slumdog Millionaire?" And she's like, "Yeah, I loved it." And he's like, "Well, that was loosely based on my life."
Yeah. And you can see she starts to warm up to him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Of course, this is where we are also seeing that Sheldon has come up with a brilliant idea at the
Well,
next
yeah, he starts to say that we have to get off at the next stop,
yeah,
go back, get it, then rejoin the plane. Okay.
yeah.
Sheldon planned to leave the Coast Starlight in Oxnard and take a train back to retrieve his flash drive, then take a taxi to rejoin the Coast Starlight in Santa Barbara. However, after the northbound Coast Starlight arrives in Oxnard, the next southbound train doesn't leave for 90 minutes, an hour after the Coast Starlight has left Santa Barbara.
Right. So even
It
with
wouldn't
his
work.
idea of all we need to do is, depending on traffic and traffic lights, rejoin the train. There's no chance you're
Yeah,
gonna because to drive
no.
all the way back from there back to
No, it'd be faster and easier just to drive all the way to San Francisco and a hell of a lot cheaper than taking a taxi.
uh
Yeah,
no, no. This is not gonna work, guys.
no.
So he comes up with a brilliant idea. Obviously, it's not gonna work. And this is where Raj is still talking to Summer and pointing out some constellations of, the
Okay.
planet. Yes.
The train departs Pasadena at roughly mid-morning, and almost immediately Raj takes the opportunity to grab a beer in order to speak with Summer Glau, who is seated across the aisle, a row closer to the front of the train. While
Yeah.
talking with Summer, Raj is very charming, and to impress her, he gazes out of the eastward non-Pacific Ocean facing window to point Venus out in the sky. It has to be at least mid to late morning when Raj notices Venus. Venus would not be visible in the sky at this time of day because it is a morning star that can only be viewed from Earth near sunrise or sunset. Raj is an astrophysicist and would not have mistaken another object for Venus nor expected to see it at that time of day.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, this is where it's getting to the point where we are seeing that Raj and Summer are, they are really they seem to be hitting it off quite well. And for some reason, Raj says to Howard, "Can you go and get me another bottle of this?" Now he's drinking what we think is alcohol.
Yeah,
It's in an alcoholic bottle, so it's all
it's
good.
fake beer.
Yeah. But we find out that it's actually not. What it is it's light beer.
Yeah. No, it's fake beer. It's
No, no.
non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, it's not alcoholic beer. So he
Yeah.
thought he was. So he thought okay.
Yeah, they do that intentionally. They make the branding and the logos and everything look like you're drinking real beer. It looks like a normal beer. It just says in very tiny little print, non-alcoholic,
Oh,
which is why
right.
Which
Raj
still,
mistook it.
which, which technically still has alcohol in it, just a very tiny amount.
Yeah, it's like
Because I,
0.001%.
yeah, I can go get oh, good Lord, what's in a Moscow Mule? Ginger beer that has
Yeah,
0% alcohol in it, period.
yeah,
But you add alcohol to it. But
yeah.
Right. Okay. Because I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was light beer that he was drinking.
Nope.
No,
Hmm. Okay.
it's like O'Doul's back in the
Yeah,
day.
thank you. I was trying to think of the name of it. O'Doul's. I remember when that first came out.
Right. See,
Or
yeah.
isn't Zima kind of like that too?
No
Remember Zima?
Zima, yeah, Zima, but it's a malt liquor, something like that.
Oh, let me find
It's kind
out.
of like Bartles and James.
Oh, I used to love those. That was some of the first alcohol I used to. Okay, Zima is a clear, lightly carbonated alcoholic beverage. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it still around? Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You can't find it in the US, though it's sold in Japan.
Oh really?
And
Huh,
thanks to a recipe posted to Zima's Facebook page, nostalgic Zima seekers can make something that tastes like it at home.
huh.
Go figure.
Never would have guessed.
Nope.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants to start making beer at home that tastes like that, go ahead. You can get the recipe.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that.
God, okay.
I'll just stick to my dirty vodka martinis at home.
Mm,
So
No,
I
that's
like
probably easier.
I like cranberry vodkas
Yes, she does.
or vodka
those are
cranberries.
fine.
Yeah. Actually, I discovered the other day I had some lemonade and I've got the smallest little bit of lime vodka left that I need to use up. So I put a splash into my lemonade and it was surprisingly yummy.
Yes. Well, yes. Yeah. I didn't realize when I gave it to her in the morning. I said, "There you go. Do you want some soda?" And she's like, "Well, it's got vodka in it." I'm like, "Ah, everyone, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. Have that. It's all
That's what
good."
that's what I say when I'm on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
I just like
Yep.
walk up and get what I drink all day and just drink it all day.
Yep. That's
It's
what I
like
do
I'm on
on
vacation.
New Year's. I do mimosas all day on New Year's.
Which reminds me, tomorrow I've got to go and get some orange juice.
Yeah.
We got to give you some mimosas for New Year's Day.
Well, all I have is really good bubbles, and I don't want to waste it by putting it into orange juice. So,
I know, but the thing is that I'm more likely to drink, you know, bubbles with orange juice in it than
okay.
just straight out bubbles.
Yeah, I know. Paul's not a big bubbles fan.
No, I'm not. So on the 31st, we have to go after we go to breakfast. We got to go to the grocery store and pick up some orange juice.
All right, fine.
All right.
Yep.
Thank
Do
goodness I
y'all do
taught
the
taught.
fake orange juice or do you make it yourself? Kind of
It,
orange juice.
We've
some
done both.
we do both. If we make our own, Paul has to squeeze them because my hands won't let me. I have arthritis in my hands, so I can't give it the pressure that it needs to do the orange squeezer.
Yeah, my husband had the carpal tunnel surgery
Mm. How'd
a
that
couple of
go?
years ago.
How'd it go for him?
He's fine now. It's just he
Mm.
he just he bowled for a minute or two, and then he's like, "Yeah, I give up."
Yep.
He wasn't very good anyway, so
Yeah, people
he
don't.
shot like 100 to 130 at best.
Yeah.
Yeah, people never really realize just how hardcore we are when we get older. The
Yep.
young ones don't know, but it's going to
No.
happen just to see how when you get out of bed, you can't just jump out of bed anymore. You got to figure out, okay, how am I going to get out slowly? Because you'll be
Oh
able to
yeah.
you pull a muscle or something or break a hip. Oh man, I
Mhm.
never thought I'd have this body. I swear to God, I didn't ask for it, but I've got it.
That's because I feed you too well.
Yes, you do, which is
Eh,
wonderful. I'm okay with that. I am completely okay with that. So back onto the podcast we've been doing.
What podcast?
Yeah. So Howard comes back. Now this is where it's really shitty because Howard, as Raj and Summer are getting along really, really well.
Yeah.
And this is where Raj, when he comes back, Howard says, "Oh, there you go. There's your beer." And he go, because first of
Oh, no,
all,
no. First he
that's right.
turned to him and was like, Howard, can you please go get me another one of
Yeah.
these?
And then when he's coming back, when Howard's coming back, he says to, oh no, before he goes, he says to Rose, says to Leonard, "Do you believe this guy, of how
Yeah.
easy he's able to talk to her?" And he goes, "Was that what is that what he's drinking?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "It's non-alcoholic, don't you?" So this is where Howard, before he goes to get the beer, he goes back to Raj and he says, "Look at this." And he says, "Oh, what am I looking at?" And he goes, "You tell me." And he goes, "Non-alcoholic beer."
You?
And this is where he looks at Summer and he just waves and leaves. And she's like, you can just see her going, "What the hell?" like we were having a lovely conversation.
Yeah.
This is where Howard plants himself in the chair that Raj was in, and
No, he
yeah,
sits down next to her.
no, no, not yet. No, he sits across from her. First of all, he sits across from her and he goes, "Hi, I'm Howard Wolowitz. I'm the good thing.
I'm
I'm
the little package that
the
good things
good things
come in.
come in." And you can see her immediately have that backed off. Oh my God, scenario.
No, not another one.
So then the next scene
Oh
we
yeah, because you forgot the line where when he was talking about Venus and pointing out the stars and things to her, and he was saying how instead of the Big Dipper, we have the big curry pot.
that's right.
And she's like, "Wow, you actually know a lot about space." And he's like, "Well, when you were on Firefly, you were in space." And she's like, "You're not one of those people who thinks that was actually real, right?" And he's like, "No, he is."
I thought it was presumptuous between Raj and Howard that when they both went over to Summer, they both sat down before, either before or while they were saying it,
And
without
neither
us.
of them
Well,
asked, "May I join you?" Yeah,
yeah,
and just assumed. Yeah. And she's been sitting there, she was sitting there working. She was doing something. They were interrupting.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
right there. Yeah, I thought
well,
about that
that's the
too.
way it is with Howard. Howard is just presumptuous on every level, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, even Raj does say when they were going to decide who was going to go and hit on Summer, Raj does say, "Aren't you in a relationship, some sort of relationship with Leslie Winkle?"
Oh yeah.
And he says, "Well, yeah, but that's Summer Glau." And he's like, "Yeah," and he goes,
Enough
"Yeah,
said.
I've got a shot with a Terminator."
Yeah.
Other than, if I got a shot with her, why would I even be bothered with Leslie Winkle, who's just a booty call, you know? Um, so of course then we flash back to what's going on with Sheldon and Leonard, and Sheldon says to Leonard, we need to ring Penny so she can go and get my flash drive. And he goes, but there's one problem. My flash drive is in my bedroom. And Leonard goes, okay. And he goes, so that would mean that she needs to go
Well,
into
no,
my
he's like,
bedroom.
but Penny would have to go over to our apartment, and Leonard's like, yeah.
Yep.
And then she'd have to go into my bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leonard, people don't go in my bedroom.
Yeah. And he says, so there's one of two things. You can either get Penny to grab the flash drive and email you the paper, or you're just going to have to just deal with it.
I would like to put, did anybody stop and think about this?
Okay.
Sheldon has an eidetic memory. He could have gotten out his laptop and
Oh my
reproduced
God.
the missing paper on the train ride.
Didn't think that.
How about you, Dane?
Never even crossed my mind.
Yep.
Didn't even think
Don't,
that one through.
I'm gonna say I'm assuming they have laptops, but maybe they didn't have
No, they
anything
do.
to.
Yeah, because Sheldon's got his laptop there.
Bag.
All he needs to do
Okay,
is get
okay.
his because he was looking up how he was gonna get off the train, get the taxi back to the apartment, then get back to the train
Yeah, he was doing
station.
that on his laptop.
Yeah. So, and
Uh,
as Leonard says, well, all you can do is get Penny to email you the paper,
Yeah.
you know. So
so I know I just watched it, but apparently I wasn't paying attention during that part.
As my
no,
work here is done.
no, that's fine. But I like it how this is where, Sheldon goes to ring Penny, and Penny is in the middle of talking to one of her friends. What is the microphones for?
My work here is done. Mic drop.
Would
But
have
they
been,
were floating upwards.
yeah, I was going to say, would have been fun if it had
I
been going
know, but
down.
I can't control the direction. Sorry.
Okay, everyone who's watching this through YouTube, just imagine it going down. So Penny is talking to one of her friends about an upcoming performance that she's going to be playing at a 99-seat theater playing Anne Frank. And she
Okay.
says, would you like to come? And the person obviously says yes. And she goes, great. Do you know 98 other
People that would
people?
come. Now, I'd like to point out that that it's a one night play in a theater above a bowling alley. The director's genius. He uses the bowling noises like Nazi gun,
Artillery.
artillery, which is
Yeah.
actually a rather clever
Very
idea.
great idea. Yeah.
Um, and she tells her friend, this is probably the only shot I'll ever have to play Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Now, Kaylee Cuoco obviously plays Penny, has previously played Anne Frank
Really?
in Eight Simple Rules, season
Oh.
2, episode Merry Christmas, the story of Anne Frank and Skeevy.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But obviously in this universe,
Hmm.
it's it's not happening.
Yep.
So the phone, while she's on the phone to her friend, she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've got another call coming in." She answers, "Hello," and we find out it's Sheldon, and Sheldon wants to give her a set of
And he
instructions.
starts in just saying, I'm going to give you a set of instructions that must be followed to the letter.
Yeah,
He goes back to her friend
and she goes, "Hey, so who's this?"
and then comes back to him and he's on
Yeah,
step 4.
4. Yeah.
He just kept talking.
Oh, now,
It's like she even said, "Hold on a second."
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But of course, Sheldon never listens.
no. Now, what's really creepy about the next scene is we flash back to Howard talking to Summer. And this is where he is talking about the fact that he was having a dream where he was dancing with her and he was flinging her around and her legs came off.
They were ice skating
Ice
together
skating.
and he grabbed her by the ankles and swung her around and round and round until her legs came off.
Is that not the most terrifying thing? I mean,
The look on this poor girl's face was like,
It's
oh
like,
my God. And he's like, well, I tried to put them back on, but then you changed into a giant loaf of pumpernickel bread, which ironically, my favorite sandwich is sausage on pumpernickel.
yeah,
And he's like, what do you think that means? And she's like,
I have no idea.
I have no idea. And that, please just go away. Look on her
And
face.
then, of course, he comes up with if you married the famous guitarist, uh,
John
Johnny
Winter,
Winter,
you'd be
you'd be
Summer
Summer Winter.
Winter.
And she's like, no kidding.
Uh-huh.
And this is where he decides, okay, I'm going to go for broke. And he
No, I
says,
don't think we're there yet because
we're
we
not?
go back
And
to
we go back to
Sheldon
Sheldon. And Sheldon
and
is still trying to give Penny instructions as to,
and oh no, she's in the wrong box. She's
that's right.
reading
She
Mima's
opens
letters.
Nemo's letters. That's right.
And we find out he's called Moon Pie.
And he is, of course, he says, put down the letters and he screams it. And this is where Leonard grabs the phone from him, and says, "Hi, Penny." And she goes, "Oh, hi. How's everything going?" And he goes, "How's the trip going?" And
Well,
he's like, "Oh, just delightful."
I don't know what you're doing, but Sheldon's starting to get little bubbles forming in the second corner of his mouth. Now, before we jump back in,
Yeah.
the first time Leonard takes the phone and explains to Penny what's going on, he's been sitting there with his jacket over him, ostensibly like trying to catch a nap or something.
Yeah.
And this time he's reading a book called Wrinkles in Time.
Okay.
Now, this is not the Anne McCaffrey sci-fi book. It is actually a physics book, which Dr. George Smoot co-wrote with Kay Davidson.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Little Easter egg
Okay.
there for you.
So maybe he's actually boning up on something. So when he does meet Dr. Smoot, that he has
Yeah,
got something intelligent to talk to
very
him about,
possibly. Yeah,
which is what most people would
would
probably do. Because
yeah.
you remember the woman that came over to Sheldon and Leonard's apartment that Leonard ended up by hooking up with, Dr. Plimpton. And
Yes,
he was rereading her book.
yes. Oh, look, it's you.
Yeah, and he was trying to make sure that he was actually sounding
Intelligent.
intelligent when in the following morning.
Hello.
But of course, but of course, we didn't realize what actually was happening with Dr. Plimpton. She was a giant little hornbag.
Yeah,
Um,
but that spoiler alert.
yeah, I know. Um, so as Leonard says, can you stop whatever you're doing? And Penny says, yeah, I kind of crossed the line. So, and he goes, thank you, and he gives the phone back, and she goes, what's up,
What up,
moon
Moon
pie?
Pie?
So then we switch back over to Howard, and Howard is still on with Summer, and he's sitting right next to her now, and she cannot get any closer into the corner
Mm-mm.
of her stall. I mean, she is almost like she's ready to jump out the window. And he
Yeah.
says, "Can you think of any point of time where we can go from where we are now to me actually asking you out and you saying yes?" And she looks over to Howard and she just says flat out,
No.
"No." And he goes,
And she still
"Okay."
has that deer in the headlights look.
Yeah. And he goes, okay, that's fine. I'll leave you alone. She's like, thank you. And then he
And then
goes,
so he
but,
stands up and then he turns around and sits back down and
and
asks
she
if
goes, and she, you can see it goes back into the corner of the stall again. Like, no, 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 not another one. And
Don't come near me.
don't come near me again. And this is where he says, "Is there any chance that I can get a photograph with you for my Facebook page?" And she's like, "Yep, that's fine." So
Okay.
he takes his phone out.
And she still has that
Yeah, but he
look.
goes to take a photograph and he leans in on her, as in he
And
puts
grabs,
his arm
yeah,
around her, doesn't he?
Hmm.
yep.
And pulls her in close. Oh,
And she just has that look like, oh, good Lord, why?
Yeah.
oh, how did I get this guy? Um, so he takes the photograph and then he says, "Okay, great, thanks. Oh, is there any chance I can take a photograph that like makes us look like we're making out?" I
And
mean,
then it cuts away. And then Howard comes and sits back down at the table. And Leonard says, "How did it go?" And he says, "Terminator broke my phone."
yeah. Now that switches over to
I
the
don't
apart.
blame her. I do
No,
not blame her.
no. Now this switches back over and to the apartment, and Sheldon had said that in this box, it was like a
She
Japanese
found
puzzle
it
box.
is a Japanese puzzle
Yeah.
box.
And you need to do precise moves with millimeters to actually open the box up. And he says you might after you do the last bit, you'll hear a slight click. And she says, "Hang on a minute, do you have any sentimental attachment to this box?" And he goes, "No, it was just something I bought
A
online."
novelty piece I bought
Yeah.
online.
So
Yeah.
she puts it down on the ground and steps on it and she goes, "There you go, heard the click."
Yeah, she
So
crushed.
yeah. She also wants to find out why is it that he's called Moon Pie. And he comes back and says,
You want to
because
take that one, Dane?
No, no.
because apparently
He's
he's
nummy
numby nummy
nummy, and she
and she
could
could
just
just eat
eat
him
him up.
over. Oh my God. And I also like it how as we're getting to the end of the podcast, um he's saying to Penny, that's right she's looking for the box, he goes, "No, the thing with the numbers on it is
Is my
my
alarm
alarm clock."
clock.
And he puts the phone next to his face like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I have to explain this to her."
Well,
And then
he looks at Leonard and he's like, it's like talking to a monkey.
yeah. Now he ends up by getting the flash. She obviously ends up by getting the flash drive, and he goes, "Now put it into." Now you cannot. Okay, I want to ask everybody here: is Penny this stupid that she does not know where to put a flash drive?
No, I think she's trying to mess with Sheldon.
Yeah.
Just to annoy him
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
because
She's been,
he's
go
sorry.
ahead. I was like, well, because she's been over to their apartment enough times, she knows what things are by
Yeah,
now.
Well, I'm okay. I used to teach using technology to people in their 80s and 90s, and they knew what a flash drive was and how to
yeah,
put it into a laptop
yeah.
before I got there.
But the fact that he actually says to Penny, You put the flash drive in the laptop. Yes, it looks like a little duck's mouth. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Seriously. That's just yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, we now transition to the conference. This is the last part of the podcast. And Howard is talking to Dr. Smoot. And he suggests that maybe Smoot work.
No, you skipped
No?
over.
Oh, sorry, Leonard. Sorry, Leonard goes over to Summer Glau because we're seeing that Howard is being removed from the situation. So this is where how Leonard decides that he's going to have a shot with Summer. And he walks over and he sits down exactly what Dane said. "No, may I sit down?" He just walks in, sits down. He says, "I've been sitting there for the last 2 hours, trying to come up with some great ideas of how I can approach the situation." And before he gets to say anything, you hear an announcement saying that
Well, first he's like, "Well, I'm a person, you're a person."
we're both people, so everything should be fine.
And then you hear this next stop, blah.
And she goes, "Gotta go." Bye. Grabs her jacket and her
It
book,
just
and off she goes.
runs, just bolts
And
away
all
from.
Leonard says is, "Hi, my name's Leonard."
The empty air.
To
Yep.
empty air. But he would have been a nice guy to sit and talk to.
Yeah.
Raj and Leonard, I think, would have been both a
Hmm.
lot nicer to
Well, she
talk
was
to than
having a lovely time with Raj,
she was until Howard decided that
that he
which
had to
of
ruin it.
which obviously you told me all fair in love and war, so technically Howard was
Well, if it's
yeah.
fair for Raj to
It's
subvert
it's
Howard, I can't.
it's not
Okay.
really fair for Howard to do that to
No,
Raj
it's
though.
not.
because Raj doesn't have a huge amount of women around the place.
Well, neither does Howard.
Well, Howard is always
But
going
Howard does
out.
have Leslie Winkle,
Yeah,
and he couldn't get his courage together to go talk to her, and Raj could.
yeah. Now,
So
even if it was supposed alcohol induced, and all Howard could have done is looked and gone, okay, it's non-alcoholic beer. I'm going to leave him with the idea, and all three of them
yeah, it
should have
was a
said,
great
listen.
placebo effect.
Yeah, and all of them should have actually said, listen, how many times does he actually go and speak to women?
Yeah,
Let him have this one.
yeah, exactly. But
Leave him
no, but
alone.
because it's a celebrity,
And Howard feels like he's entitled
yeah,
that he's going to go and ruin it for his best
hmm
friend.
yeah,
That's scummy. That
it
really
is
is.
scummy.
You know.
Yeah,
So we're seeing that Sheldon is actually saying that because Smoot hasn't done very many things lately,
because he
that
won he won the Nobel Prize 3 years ago, so there's probably been a lot of, well, what has Smoot done
Smoot done
lately?
lately, yeah. And he says, so basically, maybe you can work on research, with me and publish under, our combined name, Cooper Smoot in alphabetical order.
Order
And this is where Dr. Smoot says, with all due respect, Dr. Cooper, are you on crack?
and walks
And
away.
walks away.
And Sheldon's like, what?
The episode then goes black, and that is the end of the episode.
Now, I'd like to
Well,
point out
As I said, it's a good episode, not a great one.
excuse me, can I do my last trivia?
Yes, you can.
Well, thank you very much. Most broadcasts of this episode in the UK cut Dr. Smoot's only line because it refers to crack.
That is.
oh,
So what would was that omitted altogether, or
Yeah,
would it been
yeah,
with all due respect, Dr. Cooper, and walked
no,
away?
no. They
I mean,
would
you
have
could have
they
done
would have
that.
cut the line completely
wow.
where Sheldon said his thing and then Smoot just shakes his head and walks away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I just like it when Sheldon goes, fine, we'll do Cooper Smoot.
Yeah. And he just walks away. Yeah.
but okay, if you're going to do some really great editing, I would have probably gone with all due respect, Dr. Cooper, and walked away.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, either way, he got to be in it, and that's what matters.
Yeah. But as I said, it's a good episode. It doesn't move any of the characters along. We know how creepy Howard can be. We know that.
Yeah.
We know that Raj can't speak to women without alcohol.
Drinking. Yeah.
Penny's just annoying the hell out of Sheldon.
Which is normal.
And Leonard is, I mean, we actually even saying Leonard goes and gets a cup of coffee. And how many sugars did he put in that coffee?
Oh my God. He had at least half a dozen sweet and lows. That is just so not
It's almost
healthy.
like, Leonard, would you like some coffee with your sugar?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. But I'd like to know where he got the coffee.
well, isn't there a coffee?
We've already established that's only for sleeper cars.
Well, there's got to be something for the regular passengers,
Not necessarily.
surely.
Not necessarily.
Well, hang on a minute. Well, look at Downey. Okay, Downey goes on trains. There's got to be a
Those
cafe
are
cart
those are
somewhere.
long haul trains. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, just so
somewhere.
you know what Paul's referencing, there is a YouTuber that we follow. I'm a huge fan. Paul's kind of meh about because he loves trains and things like that, but it's called Downey Live. So if you want to check it out on YouTube, Downie Live.
Yeah, he's a Sheldon Cooper with regard to trains, but not like
And a
Sheldon
little
Cooper.
and a little better social skills.
He's a lot better social skills, but
Yeah.
he's obsessed with trains.
Yeah, he is.
But that's fine. Everyone's got their vices. I've got something to do with the back at the back of me that I've got a vice about, but we won't go into that one.
Yep.
So, and just so anyone wants to know, I am wearing my Rocky Horror Picture Show t-shirt
Oh
today.
yeah.
Yes.
We haven't watched that in a while.
No, I know we haven't. I think we're going to watch Grease
Let's
today.
do the time warp
But
again.
I think we're going to watch Grease
Grease.
today.
It's
The original.
word. It's the word.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I won't give
So
up my job. I won't give up my
we
day
got your
job.
data. So what was our food this week?
Nada.
Zero.
Yep, no food whatsoever in this
Wow.
episode.
Okay.
Had just a couple of drinks, and that was it.
Man, I thought there was some food there.
Nope,
Not even in the opening
nope.
when they were doing
I thought
the.
they were having snacks, but they weren't.
Okay.
It was a foodless episode.
Foodless episode. Okay. So what
Uh,
is our? Oh, so
I'm
obviously.
going to do the crazy credits, then I'll do the question because I want to
Okay,
talk about the question.
cool.
Chuck Lorre Productions number 243. Trying to get a break as a songwriter, I find out where Harry Nilsson lives and bring him a box of reel to reel tapes of my original songs. He threatens to kill me if I ever come to his house again. Not funny then, funny now. While working at Marvel Animation, I'm told I don't have what it takes to write for the Muppet Babies. Sadly, it's true. Not funny then, funny now. Write French Kissin' in the USA, which is covered by Debbie Harry and released as the first single for her solo debut album. It effectively ends her solo career. Not funny then, funny now. Co-wrote the theme song for the new animated series called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I did not know that Chuck Lorre co-wrote that. The show is a massive international success. Did you guys know that he co-wrote the music for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Not at all.
The
Nope.
music, yeah, the music publisher tells my partner and I that we will not be paid music royalties for the millions of video games and video cassettes being sold. The reason we are given is that they just don't want to pay us. Not funny then, still not funny.
I did not know that yeah, I didn't realize he co-wrote the Ninja Turtle theme. Man,
Hero on a half shell, turtle power.
I should have known that one because I used to watch the Ninja Turtles.
I watched it a couple of times. I never really got into it. I just like the song.
We only watched the original. We watched the original movie a little while ago.
Well, you watched it. I slept through it.
I thought it was great, the original movie.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun, but I still don't remember most of it because I was asleep.
Except when you see the turtle standing next to April O'Neil and they open up the mouth a little bit too wide and you
Mm,
can see the actor's head in
yeah.
between his mouth. There's a little bit of
Yep.
a faux pas there. So what is our question this week?
What movie or TV character would make the most unexpected villain? The one you'd never see coming. What you giggling about?
I've actually just realized one.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine Barney being
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Elmo.
Elmo or Barney?
Elmo.
Oh man, what about I mean, what else you could do? You could do
Well, we
Big
were
Bird from Sesame Street.
when we were talking about it earlier, when we were getting ready for the podcast, we came up with Rose Nyland from the Gilmore Girls.
Betty White.
Yep. And we and then the one that sent Paul into hysterics was Mr. Bean.
Oh my! I was thinking like Tinkerbell, but hey.
Oh yeah.
That would be a good one. We also came up with Webster.
If you remember from the 1970s
80s.
80s
That
TV
80s.
show.
Yeah.
Or
Arnold
it's
from
Arnold
Different
from
Strokes.
Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis?
There are so many people that you could actually have that you could never think about. So yeah, we would
My
love.
first thought was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Well, yeah, but he did
but
be.
but he was a villain.
He
I
did
know,
become
but
a
it was the
villain.
most
Ghostbuster.
unexpected one, and I love it how Ray was like, I thought of the nicest, most sweet thing, and
He
is a
just popped in there.
Ray's gone bye bye.
I couldn't help it. It just popped in there.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Well, he's
Oh
a
man,
sailor in New York. We just get him late.
we'll have no trouble.
Nobody steps on a church in my town.
Oh,
I was getting ready to say that.
Sorry,
you cut Dane off with the last line.
sorry.
But yeah, there are so many great people you can come up with. So we would love the family to come up with some great answers for that one
Yeah,
because
so
that
please go on to our Facebook page, not the group, but the page, and answer the question or answer it on Spotify or YouTube comments or email us at.
Perpetual Motion Squad 00 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to let you know that on the Facebook page, we've got officially 24 followers.
Yay.
Now, on the Facebook group,
Yeah.
we have got 32 followers
Okay, so why is everybody on the group not following the page?
because the group is awesome.
Yeah,
We
you
have
know,
great stuff.
the group is fun. We post a lot of stuff we post a lot of Big Bang related stuff. Like we follow other groups that are all about the Big Bang Theory and we post stuff there. or we grab their stuff and repost it, but we
Hmm.
also post like other nerdverse stuff. Like also I'll find like behind the scenes Star Wars stuff or Star Trek stuff and
Well,
post
yeah, and
that
also Craig sent an awesome one. That was the Merry Christmas in all um
in algebra.
in algebra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that
Oh,
one
okay.
there.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing that.
Yeah, that was brilliant. So
Yeah,
we've
so
got a lot of
that's
great
so
stuff.
things like that are in the group.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of stuff. So we've actually got a decent amount of people that are following both the page and the group. So that's
But just
wonderful.
for the record, that much algebra made my head hurt.
Well, it was early in the morning, so we understand that.
It was before coffee. It was
It
before
was before
coffee.
coffee.
See, coffee good, it makes the
with,
thing
with the
work.
thing and the working and the
And the
brainage
and
thing
the and
and the
the
word
and the
and the talking.
yeah.
But yeah, no, that was yeah. But as I said, this episode was good. It wasn't great. I don't know. My thought about it was the fact they just didn't know what to do with this episode.
Yeah.
You know,
And like I said, it was a perfect example of how women are conditioned to not to not be rude,
yeah.
regardless of how they're being treated. And this is a perfect example um of that. I mean, I'm sure that women like Summer Glau, who are attractive, especially have some level of celebrity, she probably gets a lot of this all the time. I mean,
Yeah, so
I remember telling Paul one time, I was friendly with this guy that I had met at church, and he invited me to go sailing at sunset on the Potomac River. I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time, working on Capitol Hill. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I thought we were going out as friends. And after he brought me home, we're just sitting there talking, and he keeps trying to put the move on me. And I kept moving away from him. And finally he was like, I'm trying to kiss you. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
that's why I'm moving. Yeah. Well,
And but yet we're conditioned that it's impolite to tell a guy to knock it off and get away from you.
and I guess in this regard, when you see what's going on with Summer, there are so many of us that would sit there and say, I would love to be a celebrity until you see some of this crap and then
This is
go,
this
no
is
thanks.
part of the cost of celebrity.
Yeah. When you see what's going on with her, this is where you'd probably sit there and say, you can keep celebrity.
Yeah,
I don't want it
yeah,
because if you literally cannot get on a train, and she was only on the train for 2 hours.
yeah.
So, she's on there for a short amount of time and she's literally been hit on by three people, one which was actually having a nice conversation with her
Yeah,
and
one
she
she
was
was
really interested.
enjoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you got one that just completely destroyed all males,
yeah.
with regards to Howard. And then poor old Leonard comes in the
By
last
that point,
moment.
she's like, enough.
She's had enough. And, because as even I think it was Raj that said, you know, as far as I know, Howard said, unless she's willing to tuck and roll, jump out of the train
And
and
combat
tuck and
roll down the
roll
hill.
down a
Yeah,
hill, she's basically stuck in here.
yeah.
And
I
Raj
okay,
says, well, I'll
okay.
go with the tuck and roll scenario.
Now, that being said, she could have moved to another car.
She could have, yeah.
Um, but I want you guys to tell me this. Why didn't Raj just go back to the dining car where he bought the beer from and get another one and have them make sure that it's actual beer?
He was embarrassed.
Hmm.
The only thing that I can come up with is maybe there is no alcohol served on board.
Yeah, I wondered about that too, but I don't think that's the case.
That you can get fake beer, but not real beer.
No, I think you should be able to. The only thing with that is it might be a timing thing, but we're coming into lunchtime, so they should have been able to buy a beer.
Yeah. I don't know. I just see that. I mean, I can see that Raj has just lost, you know, the chance anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether he starts
Okay,
drinking.
go ahead.
What's that, Dane?
Because I was going to say that
Uh,
Raj does have the ability to really make a bad situation worse when he does start to have alcohol in his
When he
system.
has too much, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
I
mean,
all
but technically, O'Doul's does have a little bit of alcohol in it.
yeah.
So, even, like when he's eating a rum cake or even just to
Yeah.
take that quick sip, it should have been the same thing.
Yeah, agreed. I
Yeah,
also find it interesting that Leonard named the fact that it could have been a placebo effect and that they didn't build out that theory because I personally think Raj's selective mutism went on way too long
yeah,
in this show. I mean, we're already getting toward the end of season two.
yeah. I was actually glad when they actually cut that,
Yeah,
when they got rid of that selective mutism. It was
yeah,
becoming ridiculous. It was actually it was constricting the character into that small little box. You can't go out of the box.
yeah,
And you can only go out when you start to get drunk. And it's like, remember when he went out with Lolita Gupta
yeah.
and when Penny was doing as a
On the
bartender,
grasshoppers.
and she was, and he was absolutely, and he was obnoxious,
Hmm.
you
Yep.
know. So I can see why
Little
they,
Lolita, little Lolita.
yeah, and I can understand. And now you can sort of see why they had to get rid of the alcohol-induced talking
Yes.
and get him out of the mutism because he
Yeah.
was,
It
it was
just,
taking
I mean,
the character nowhere.
it was mildly amusing in season one for
Yeah,
about the first half of season one, but after that, it just got old.
yeah, and it's getting old now, and we've
Yeah.
got what another season,
I think it's
one
sometime
or
in
two.
season three he
Yeah.
finally lets it go. Now, before we jump to the question and go on to what next week is going to be about, I just want to take a moment and thank Dane not only for joining us today and taking time out of his busy weekend to spend some time with us, but also to wish you a happy birthday. He took time out to spend with us on his
On his
birthday.
birthday.
Yes.
Yay.
So a very happy birthday, Dane.
Woohoo. Thank you.
Yeah,
And thank you for introducing your dog to us. That he was beautiful.
he's gorgeous.
Yeah, the
Yes.
other five are outside right now, so otherwise it'd be
Bye.
really loud.
Okay, six dogs. Okay.
You can never have
Well, it
enough
was like
dogs.
Rigel and Rowena got together way too early than we wanted, and they had four puppies, all
Oh,
boys.
Oh, wow.
oh,
A boy household.
And
poor
we got
Rowena.
Rock, yeah, we got Rocket, Groot, Talon, and Brobdingnagian.
Brobdingnac.
Oh, my.
He's huge for a miniature dachshund.
Oh, that's
Ah, I
hilarious.
love that name,
That
Brogdon.
is hilarious.
That is a cool name.
I was hoping I was going to say it right.
That was awesome. Well done.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, we just call him Brob for short.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to
Oh,
say.
that's cute. But yes, so thank you for taking time out on your birthday to spend with us. We really, really appreciate that. Okay.
thank you for letting me come on.
No problems.
Yeah. And so if anybody wants to come and co-host with us, just email us at.
Perpetual Motion Squad 00 at gmail.com.
Okay, so our question for the, oh, we already said the question of the week, didn't we?
Yeah, we done
What
the
movie
question
or
of the week.
TV
Yeah,
character would make the most unexpected villain, the one you'd never see coming?
Yep.
So make sure to go
R2D2.
and answer that.
R2D.
R2D2.
That's an awesome one.
Mhm.
I like that one.
Even more so C3PO.
Well, C3PO does become a villain for a short amount of time.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh my God, it's an R2D2 M&M. How cool
Yeah,
is that?
you can hang it on a tree too.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
But do you remember when R2 when C3PO when C3PO was trying when they needed to find the waypoint to go to the Sith temple
Oh, and they had to reboot
and
him?
they rebooted him and his eyes went red and he
Yeah,
was reading in Sith.
yeah.
He became a bad guy for a moment, just a moment, which is a very short moment. But yeah, still think R2D2 would be cool.
Oh, yeah, you'd never see that one coming.
Not at all.
No. Or
I
BB-8.
mean, he was the most bleeped character in history of cinema.
Okay, you get line of the day.
Line of the day goes to Dane.
Yep,
Like it.
yep, absolutely. All right. So, seriously, everybody, if you haven't done already, please like and subscribe where you listen or watch this podcast.
Mhm.
And make sure to follow the Facebook page and join the group because there is a lot of great stuff happening there. And we'd love to have you along for that ride.
Yep.
If you know somebody who enjoys The Big Bang Theory, please feel free to share the podcast. The more, the merrier. We would love to have them along. And next time, we're going to see you for season two, episode 18 one of my personal favorite episodes, the work song Nano Cluster.
That is awesome.
All right. So anything else, guys, before we sign off?
I'm done.
Wicked for Good comes out on the 30th
On
for
DVD or
streaming. Streaming.
ooh,
Okay, so the 30th for you is going to be
the 31st for us.
31st. It's the 30th of December, your time. So it's going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be around about the middle to the end of January for us.
Yeah, because it doesn't always
It doesn't always upload for us. We're usually
no,
a
it
little bit
doesn't.
behind America.
Darn, I'm trying to find a witch hat emoji and I can't find one.
Can't find one, doesn't matter.
No, okay. Oh, here I got it. I got it.
You got one?
Oh, I can't find a broomstick either. Damn it. Okay, so anyway, thank you again, Dane, for joining us. Thank you all for listening and or watching us, and we can't wait to see you next time for the work song Nano Cluster. And in the meantime, we'll catch up at the Cheesecake Factory.
Bye, everyone.